It's just nice, isn't it? Excellent. back out. Marvin, back out. What, back out?
Yo, bro. Bro, your ICR is gonna be so important here, bro. I'm telling you.
What map is it?
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Then your boy will tell me how to try to tell me how to, lead a team. No. Fellas, I gotta step up here and tell him to start leading the team. He's not doing a good job right now. Then he came down and he looked at me and I was just like, you have a lot of plates, please. You're a podcaster for a reason. Like,
Clean up. I'm gonna crash. I'm at the chair. I dropped this.
Help me news me.
All right, so there we go. Got it all done, baby, and we're back.
I love when we have an issue and it gets fixed.
Yes.
Just like your regular games, things can go haywire, and you just have to work through it.
Right.
And in this particular situation, when we left, we had Watervliet, we had
Right.
Bayshore.
Right.
Bayshore was up,
Yep.
and what happened?
Well, they continued to play it out. So if you're down there in the stands, realize right now what happened. So we started out where Bayshore was up 1-0 over Watervliet. Over the time where we were just in this intermission, Watervliet actually clutched that last search and destroy map out and was able to tie it up for the set count of 1-1. Remember, folks, for the day, it is best of 5.
And it is so important what we were talking about previously. You don't want to go down 2-0.
Right.
You don't want that to be your mission. You have to get this back up. Not only were they down before we went to break, they were down 2-1 on that map.
Right.
They clutched that out, had their conversations. Now it's going to be control.
Yep.
Are they going to be able to do it? Are they going to be able to repeat? And again, for them to do what they did to get back into that last map, you've got to feel like Watervliet is feeling themselves. They're ready to get moving and put Bayshore on the back foot.
Well, I'm really excited for Watervliet. Watervliet, at first, and from what I'm hearing from the people here, Bayshore is no joke. They're coming to play. However, Watervliet now getting that second map, winning 6-5, is a real big confidence booster for Watervliet, and they just showed that it might be one map, but not only do we have the stuff, but we're here to execute it. Will they be able to, get the second map and take that lead? This next one's going to be a big one.
And control is definitely going to be an interesting situation. you're going to have like kind of like a king of the hill feel,
Right.
where you want to be able to take 2 points on the map. If you can take those 2 points, that would be great.
Out of 3 points on the map.
But you can also just kill your opponent over and over again till they're out of lives, because you're going to get a set amount of lives on the map,
Right.
and then if you just run them out of lives, you're going to win as well. So it's a combination of what we saw in Search and Destroy, and then also of Hardpoint. It's this little mixture, and from what I saw, when you have Watervliet winning the Search and Destroy, but losing the first map of Hardpoint, it would make me think that the favorite for this would have to be Bayshore, because respawning is something that they're
similar to the Hardpoint game type. Right.
Similar stuff. So we're going to see what they can come up with here. If they're tilted from losing that, because we don't really know how back and forth that was. If they blew a lead.
It was 6-5. So,
but I mean, it could have been like
5-5 up them.
Or they could have been up maybe 5-1, and then they made the comeback.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that could have happened. But it's important to know that Watervliet, when they were on their back foot, knowing that if they were going to go down 2-0, it's fairly likely that they end up out of the tournament. When yesterday they weren't really challenged, and same thing for Bayshore. Yesterday they weren't challenged. Now they're going toe to toe, and this is where Game 3 is super important. The team that wins Game 3 tends to win the entire series. So we're going to be ready to go. Who is going to do it in Game 3?
It's a great question. You know, it really is. To me, the question is going to pose itself as this. Did Watervliet get enough momentum on their side to walk away with now the second map? They're warmed up. The guns are clearly working. They walked away with a 6-5 win.
There are those who stand forever ready, ready to defend the nation, ready to fight for what matters, no matter what. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men, it would be wonderful if common knowledge was knowledge commonly known, and if the light from being enlightened into every heart was shown. It would be glorious if neighbors were neighborly, and indifference a forgotten word. It would be awesome if we shared everything, and being greedy was absurd. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man, and the good things that we ever did was everything that we can.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Only one will rise victorious. The power to change everything is in your hands. When all is said and done, there will be only one left standing. Brightburn. This Thursday. Evil has found its superhero.
Someday, they will all know my name.
Brightburn. Rated R. Will it be you?
Game 3. The team that wins Game 3 of a best of 5 tends to win these matches more often. So both teams want to step up now. They want to show that the wins that they've had so far were not flukes.
Nope.
And for Bayshore, they really want to punish Watervliet now and take that third game.
Well, if you're taking a look here at the HUD at the top, not only are you going to see the timer, but underneath the 0 numbered score, you'll see the amount of lives left per team. As it's 29, it's 1 trade apiece, but it's TJ for Watervliet who was able to get a nice double.
Wow, I want you to look at the map here. What Bayshore is doing right now, excellent positioning there, being able to take down everybody who was in there for Watervliet. I was really happy with what I saw.
So far, it's color blinding and spades who winds up getting a triple kill, but it's Watervliet who comes right back, mopping up 4. And you can tell right now, Watervliet is playing much more aggressive and much more in sync than they were previously.
I like the aggressiveness. When you're playing Call of Duty, you don't want to be standing around.
Right.
You want to continually be moving. That is really what separates professionals from the amateurs. How can they continue to move, make their rotations, do big things to little people? TJ with a 4-2, Grizz with a 3-2. Looking pretty even.
So far, we're taking a look onside with Chip, who's rocking that Maddox RFB, and we see the extended stock, the vertical grip, and he's sitting on that nice scope. And so far, he's able to take down one Grizz's as Chip pushes him from behind. See, he's got to call that out there. Chip has got to move in right there and flank that team.
I do like that Bayshore took A, it looked like.
Right.
And this is very good. They're making these nice moves. And when they're going to continue on into this match, they've got to have that controlled aggression. You just can't be going all out 24/7. We talked about how you want to keep moving, but you have to do it smart.
Right.
You can't just say, we're just going to do it this way and not think about it and not communicate.
Well, right now, it's actually Watervliet who is just dominating. They are now up 4 kills over Bayshore, and we are seeing a brand new Watervliet as we take a look here at Teslo, taking some damage, pops the heal. He'll wait for that recharge. And Teslo looking to get to this battle. Will he be able to take it down? He's getting pressured. No, he'll fall as Spades comes around the corner.
They can always win this match, Bayshore or Watervliet, by just running the other team out of essentially their lives. Right now, Bayshore has 10, Watervliet has 9. Now it's 9-9. If you run out, that's it. You're going to lose.
Color blinding, though. Winds up picking up one off Grizzly.
But
Double
captured.
kill.
They got B. That was so... This is what we talked about. You can get 2 of the objectives, or you can kill the entire team. Both were done. That is excellent play from Bayshore.
However, let's take it to the other side. Let's talk about Watervliet. Granted, they lost that first round there. However, we're noticing something much different already. A lot more red in the kill feed. Red is Watervliet, and that's exactly what we're seeing, which means that their guns are definitely operating better. Let's head to the second round. What do you think Watervliet needs to do to now come back?
Watervliet got a little distracted there. The issue was they were, like you said, they were being aggressive, they were getting the kills, but they kind of forgot what the positioning was and forgot what game they're playing. This is control. You can just win by getting those 2 spots on the map. You've got to remember, you've got to have situational awareness of, we were already down on A, they were going for B, we have to defend B, and continue.
Now, we had that little intermission here, and it looks like so far, I mean, Watervliet taking advantage of it. They really poised themselves, got control, and so far they're playing a lot better as both of these teams searching for the first kill here. Tesla gets spotted out in the back, and it's Spades and Defiety who pick up 2.
And look, I want you to look at the numbers again. This is all about having the momentum. Can you go ahead and punish the other team and put them on the back foot, not only physically in the game, but mentally? I mean, you're still seeing some pretty good numbers from Watervliet. You still have Grizz as 9-7, Hoop is 6-4. These aren't terrible numbers, but if you look at Chip's 1-9. They're down 25-20 right now. And look at this. This is really great play from Bayshore, making good rotations, making their shots, and punishing Watervliet every time they see him. 25-17.
Now, remember, this is a game of swing, so Hoop gets a beautiful headshot there on Spades. And right now, it's Watervliet who need to take advantage, but no Hounds. Comes up behind, takes out Hoop. Here we go. Now it's Bayshore convulging up at the top of B as we see every member trying to fight this out, and it looks like Bayshore actually walks away with the fight.
Well, let's look at color blinding right now. Color blinding is 11-5.
Wow.
11-5. Those are big numbers. Justin, 9-4. It is 21-11. At this point, Bayshore might just try to run them down. It's 21-11. They can just run them out that way.
Now remember, in this game mode, guys, it can be, even though they're down in kills, Watervliet can win by holding both of these objectives. But most of the time, as we see Teslo and TJ picking up some nice kills, another one by Grizz, will they be able to get this final it looks like Tesla's still in there. He has a contestant.
Watervliet was hearing you. They said, all right, we're going to try to make some progress on A. But now, at 15-6, it's going to be very hard to hold this position. They've got 5 stocks left. That's it. If they lose this, they're done.
That's right, and that's very difficult sitting here as it's Bayshore looking to get some kills as we follow along with TJ, actually, of Watervliet. Watervliet winds up getting 2, and this is what they need. Oh,
wow! They just lost 4 out of their 5 guys. There's only one left, and that's it! They are done! It's gonna be Bayshore 2-0!
Wow, big stuff there, and they'll need one more to get the set here, so it's 2-0 to start. If you're Watervliet, you got to make an adjustment, but it was Spades on the Ruin. Comes in with the ultimate right here. Flanks rolling right inside. Oh, yeah, jumps in the air, doesn't see it coming, and that's 2-3.
Wow, that was nasty.
That was a good ultimate.
Nasty.
Ruin plays great on this map. It's so close-quartered that AoE damage comes out, and it got a massive kill as we're following along with color blinding. You know what? Let's switch on over to Grizz. I want to see Grizz from Watervliet. Let's see if Watervliet can get this moving here in their favor.
It is so hard to go from being aggressive to having to play defense. And in that game, Watervliet, the only way they could win was to hold position. And when they did that, they just got wiped.
Right.
They didn't have enough lives left in order to protect that position.
Grizz takes on 2 to beautiful flank, but it's color blinding to now Spades, who takes down 3, 4 down here for Watervliet as it's once again Bayshore in the kill lead.
And Bayshore is capturing A. This is kind of looking like that first game where they're going to try to get early position on A. They've got it. They're about 5 seconds away from capturing Zone A.
So far, it's 23 kills, and yeah, Bayshore will pick that one up as well. Zone A is all theirs. We're taking a look at the rotations. Watervliet needs to regroup here. They're kind of split.
Whoa.
They're looking for something.
Well, Spades and Justin are going to defend on B. I don't see I'm not sure what Watervliet is doing right now. If you look on the map, they're really just getting kind of boxed out on B right now. If Bayshore can continue this, they should be able to make progress onto this B and capture it. Look at this. They are just doing it on B.
Oh, man, B is being captured. 153 left in this round. Watervliet behind in kills, but they've got to get them out of the hill. But it's Spades with a big kill streak there to take down 2.
Oh, they're about 5 seconds away from winning, and there it is.
Wow.
Bayshore.
Wow.
They are loving it.
Yeah. Walk away with a 3-0. And now, all right, so 2-1. Up a set again, and it's Spades, that player of the game, who's just all over the place. And look at that, nice jump shot there. Takes down 1, gets a little bit of damage, heals up, comes back up the other side, takes down 2. Wow, what a beautiful rotation there. And look at this.
Okay.
Nasty.
He got spotted first.
Yeah.
Dodged and killed 3 in a row. That is next level play. That's championship play. I hope he doesn't waste it all now. And if he makes it to the finals, continues to have some of that.
And now let's talk over with Watervliet. Watervliet, their team captain, Grizz, playing great.
Yeah.
Had multiple double kills that time. Really starting to get the ball cooking for himself. It just seems like the team rotations overall, not truly anyone's really mistake here, but the team rotations overall have got to become a little bit better, especially if you're going to take it to Bayshore, who's looking quite confident in that game number 3.
You have to remember that these teams are...
This world is chaos, fueled by rage. And it's everything versus me.
used to dumpstering their opponent. They're used to coming in, putting their foot on their opponent's neck, and just crushing them. So when you get into a situation now where it's a LAN game, you are face to face with your opponent.
Right.
When you're backed up, you have to remember, you can't just kill everyone. This is control. On control, you have to remember to make those rotations. It's the same problem they had in the very first game when they were playing hardpoint. They weren't making those rotations. I don't think they're quite adept yet at knowing how to play defense. If they can continue to move around, they're awesome. But when they start staying still, it becomes a problem.
Well, as we take a look at a lot of these KDAs here for Watervliet, not really that bad. We see Grizz 20 and 15, TJ I believe was 15 and 12, Tesla 14, 13, and so on. So positivity coming out here. Chip was the one that really had a really tough game that last one, as he had a kind of negative KDA. However, they know they can win. They took the second set. So they've got to rebuild that mental focus here to come in and now win this win the fourth set and go to game 5, force it.
Yeah, and if I'm the captain on Watervliet, I just got to look at my man Chip and say, hey, I got you. We all have bad games. We do. No one who's ever played Call of Duty can say they play perfect every single time.
Right.
So you've got to pick, because you're only Let's get this next one. It's the last.
It's so curious to see because first set there, we saw Bayshore totally dominant. Third going to be needed to win that fourth set.
Yeah, they just. Behind again, because they were down 1-0 in the beginning.
Yeah.
Being down 2-1 is the same exact thing. But now, if they lose, that's it.
And it looks like, I believe, a hardpoint map is coming out next. So hardpoint, once again, that was the first game mode that we saw. It's going to be frequency is the map. So this is something that we've seen map-wise and game mode-wise, and now it's going to be together. So will, Bayshore clutch it out, end it, or will it now be Watervliet?
Everything that we've seen so far, based on their rotations, how they hold their positions, that Bayshore should be the favorite going into this game. But if you're Watervliet, you say, this is our time. This is our time. Because if they can win this one and then maybe get a search and destroy or something like that for the last, they can win this. But they have to win right now. They've got to be able to play defense without getting team wiped. Who is going to stop Bayshore? Who on Watervliet is going to step up right now, put the whole team on their back, and carry them into game 5?
Yeah, and you can go that route. I'm going to go the other. I'm going to play the critic here, and I'm going to say it has to be a team effort. It can definitely be one person, but even at the end of the day, the team collectively has got to step up here. Otherwise, single elimination. This one's not looking too good now, being down 2-1.
Well, that's going to be the story. Will they play as a team, and the team, everyone steps up?
Right.
Or will it be one player in Watervliet that steps up? Will it be Grizz? Will it be TJ, Chip, Hoop, Tesla, any of them? Will one of them really be MVP status, or will they have to do it as a team? And as soon as I say that, they drop 3 in a row.
Yeah, not good here. Bayshore gets 4 already. They're coming on in. Tesla, though, nice job getting 1. And see that little too much hesitation there. Reload the gun, back in the corner. There's a ton of people there waiting to jump on in. Nice coming in. Oh, but it's Defiety. They were split right there, bed jump.
It's just hard. When you play these objective-based missions, it is really tough. You can't just concentrate on being the better shooter. You can't just concentrate on having the best moves and dodging. You have to play the map.
Right.
And that's what you're seeing from Bayshore. They are playing the map excellent. They're making these moves. They've got pretty much this position the entire time. I mean, they're going to be able to probably put up a 50 spot here to Watervliet's nothing.
Right, and so far we're seeing Watervliet congregate. Chipdale winds up getting a kill. Spades gets them right back. And once again, it is all Bayshore as they walk away with a 3-for-1 trade.
What a nice spot for the second objective. Bayshore just landed on them.
Right.
That is very, very fortunate. We're going to see, can Watervliet push them out of this spot?
TJ, though, comes on in with a big double kill. Chip gets another one, but somehow it's still Bayshore, who winds up cleaning up 5-3. I mean, geez, right now, Watervliet winds up getting 3 points, but it just seems like they don't know where the enemies are at.
They are not seeing the map very well right now.
Wow.
And it's easy right now when you're down almost 70 to get buried. Watervliet has got to talk to each other in their comms and say, hey, guys, it's all right. We're going to lose this position. Let's make the rotation. We've got to get about 100 straight. If we can get 100, but you got to start small. So maybe get 40. Put 40-ish on the map. Put 50 on there because they're going to be down roughly 100-0.
Right.
Moving into the next rotation. They're not going to win this. And if you see right now on the map, you can see Watervliet is far to the left. They're going to hope that they're going to get this next position right now.
All right, here we go as we get another fight. Grizz does capture the hard point, but it's Spades. Color blinding and Defiety
seconds.
man.
Looking real bad for Watervliet right
Definitely.
now. 100-point lead moving in, and do not have control of this position. Oh, now they do. We're gonna hopefully they can if they can hold this now, that will give them that about 50 that they were looking for.
TJ doing a great job. He winds up taking down 2, and TJ is busting his hump out there. He's doing everything he can to try to get this team back in it, but it's 108, 109 and rising. Watervliet has not had much success. Let's take a look at the mini-map. Right here, we're seeing Bayshore the entire time, together, and Watervliet is just getting picked separate once again on both sides of the harbor.
I want you to take a quick look at what Spades is doing. Remember I said that somebody has to clutch up and basically be the MVP for their team? Spades is 13-4, 3 ultimate, just sitting on 3 ultimates, waiting, because he knows that once they get this to about 180, 190, he can just devastate Watervliet and close this up and move them on to the next round.
Yeah, he's one of those kill streaks there out of the 3, and it came up with 2 big missiles. It's 140 right now. TJ barely getting out of there. Defied, he finds Teslo. TJ gets dropped by Justin, who's also been having a fantastic game with 11 and 6. And so far, it just looks all Bayshore as their guns are on point, 152 and rising.
Watervliet, this is the time. They are literally running out of time. It's 150-ish. Now they're able to make some moves. You've got to put something on the board, something that you can hang your hat on, because if you just keep getting dumpstered right now, this could even play into a third-place round match where you just forget, can we ever win any map where we have to have a position? Right now, either Bayshore is the best at this, or Watervliet is having a little bit of a choke job right now.
Let's see how it plays out. 4 minutes remain in this one. It's 165-20 in favor of Bayshore. And so far, I mean, color blinding. He also is rocking the Maddox. I've noticed that Bayshore using a lot of the Maddox, and we're seeing Watervliet with a lot more of the SAG 9mm. That auto pistol
And
or something.
the big issue here, and for everyone at home, you can watch the mini map. What's going on is Watervliet is out of position. They're dying when they're going to respawn. It's too late. Bayshore has already made the rotation to the next spot. They're getting all of the points. This is just a matter of time right now unless we can see something really crazy from Watervliet.
Yeah, they need something. Another 4 kills go down. And what I've noticed the entire time with Watervliet is that they're always split at the hard point. Some are on the left, some are on the right. This is actually the most congregated I've seen them, but once again, it's still Grizz who's on the other side. He's looking for a flank here. Grizz might be able to find something, but he's taking a very long time, and his team are battling in the hard point. He gets taken out, though. Hounds walks away with another one.
Yeah, and I'm seeing look right now, Bayshore already making the rotation. They already know where it's at. Look, 3 players are already at the next spot. So now we're going to have Spades, we're going to have Justin just playing a little bit of defense, keep them out. And now they're going to try to get those last couple of seconds needed. Spades still has an ultimate.
Hey, you're not out of it just yet. And despite 3 kills for Watervliet, they still don't have the hill. There's another 3. Nice. Watervliet, get back in it.
Spades has 22 kills. 22. Count them. That is big-time numbers in an elimination match.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, Watervliet's getting in there and they're getting kills, but they're unable to take the hill. And it is just 19 seconds until Watervliet's getting eliminated and Bayshore is moving on. Watervliet needs to find something right now.
I have seen many comebacks, but if this comeback was to happen, it would be more disappointing than the season finale of Game of Thrones. Okay? It's just not going to happen. We've got 4 seconds left. Bayshore is going to get it. 2, 1.
And that's it.
There it is.
Bayshore is your winner. 3-1 in the set count. With an absolutely dominating performance right after that intermission. Justin here playing the Prophet. Let's take a look at this play.
You've got to like what Bayshore did here on all of their objective-based maps. They always made the right rotation. They were always in place. But they were like a step... I mean, they were literally 2 to 5 steps ahead of their opponent. So this speaks more to how Bayshore played, as opposed to what Watervliet didn't do. Watervliet can take away from this what mistakes they made and just kind of replicate what Bayshore did, okay? When you know you're in these objective-based maps, you know the next position automatically if you've play tested it enough. Like, you know where the next one's coming. But you've got to be able to make that rotation. You've got to be able to communicate. You can't just depend on pure skill to get you through.
For me, it was like Watervliet gun work was there.
Oh, yeah,
getting kills, they were winning trades for sure. The problem that I noticed was that not the rotations, not playing team objective, because you can get the kills, but you got to get the point. There was a time where we saw that Watervliet at the end of that last round where they had won 3 out of 5. They killed on Bayshore, but Bayshore still got 20 points.
Right, and that's what the search and destroy was so good for Watervliet, because they could just kill everybody.
Right.
They didn't have to worry about any positioning, none of that, just kill everybody.
Right.
And so, if they want to get third place in this tournament, they just got to take a break. We all lose. There's nothing wrong with that. To get to this point is excellent. So Watervliet cannot get down on themselves. They can still go get third place. They've just got to clean it up a little bit. It's so they play for third still.
Okay. All right. So yes, and that's a great point, great focal point to think about, is that you're not done. And if you are a competitive esports player, losing at some point in the bracket is a testament of will over everything else. You can lose, but are you going to come back?
Right.
Are you going to be done? Are you going to let this be your day and then lose to the next team? Or are you going to come back and visit Bayshore again and try and see if you can take it home?
Right. Well, you want to be able to see. Normally, it's like kind of like a double limb. For this, what's going to happen is Watervliet is not eliminated. They're going to play for third place.
Right.
Okay. So they're going to play the loser of the next match that comes up. So even though they can't win the tournament, they can still get third, which is still great. Coming into the weekend, you have how many teams? 15, 16
teams.
Come in and get third. That's fine. For Bayshore, the thing for them is they cannot get overconfident. They've got to make sure that they continue to play as smoothly as they did, but they've got to get that gun working too.
Right.
Because
Want to play?
Airheads, play more, stay delicious.
if they play another team that is as good at shooting as Watervliet is, but also good at the rotations, Bayshore could be in for a problem.
No question about it, as we're going to have our next match coming up shortly. But Bayshore, I mean, something you got to do real quick is that you got to contain Spades. I mean, this guy's sitting at 3,600 score pretty much. He's doing it all, 3,900 damage. I mean, and even